Sia ama kukanyen cuentos, sia ama kukanyen cuentos, sia ama sia ama kukanyen cuentos, sia ama sia ama kukanyen cuentos, 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 sia ama sia ama kukanyen cuentos, sia ama sia ama.
Hello and welcome to another holiday edition of Spotlight on Newcastle County, which features all things Newcastle County, Delaware. I'm your host, Melody Kitchen. It's been a busy holiday season, and today we'll feature another holiday, Kwaanza. I'm pleased to welcome Kama'u Ngom, a local Kwaanza expert. Thank you for being here today, Mr. Ngom.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
So, to begin with, I'd like to ask you a little bit about the details of Kwaanza. For example, how long does it last? When does it begin? Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Okay, yeah. Well, first it was created in 1966. I call it America's newest holiday. Begins December 26th through January the 1st. So it's a 7-day celebration.
Okay.
It's a cultural celebration rather than a religious celebration. And it's based on the fact that for African Americans, we celebrate a common culture and we have a common history. So rather than being religious and bringing us together, which would be division, Dr. Kwaanza decided to make it a cultural celebration.
Okay, so people of all religions can participate.
Yes.
Can you tell us a little bit about the history of Kwaanza, how it came about?
Well, it came about in the 60s, and for those of us who were around in the 60s know it was kind of turbulent times. And, well, I was going to say African Americans, but Black Americans, Negroes at the time, were searching for an identity, and that identity led them to Africa. And Dr. Kwaanza decided to create a celebration that would be for the people rather than based on an individual or an individual event. The roots are from Africa, even though there's no particular celebration in Africa called Kwaanza, but there are many harvesting celebrations. So this is based on harvesting celebrations of continental Africa.
Okay. Do you want to let us know a little bit about the table here and
Sure.
some of the things it represents?
This is where a table might look in the living room or the family room of a home. Okay, you have the candle holder, and everything has a meaning. I might not get through all of them, but the candle holder symbolizes our ancestors. So the ancestors hold us up. The candles symbolize each day of Kwaanza. The colors, the red, black, and green, are from the flag that Marcus Garvey created back in the early 1900s, using the 3 basic colors of most African flags: the red, the black, and the green. Each day a candle is lit. The first day the black candle is lit. The second day the black candle and the red candle. Third day black, red, and green, and it goes back and forth. And that gives it kind of like a balance.
Okay, that
Okay?
makes sense.
The corn each ear symbolizes a child. It could be a child in the family, or it could be a child in the community. If the family has no children, they still have 1 ear of corn. Okay? The fruits and vegetables just symbolize the harvest. Now, since we're not farmers in this country, our harvest is the work that we've done through the year. At the end of the year, we look at it as being the work that's being done through the year is the planting and the growing of the harvest. And then the end of the year symbolizes the actual harvesting of the fruits and vegetables. And for us, it would be what we accomplished during that year, okay, going into the new year. Some of us fast for the 7 days from sun up to sundown, kind of getting rid of the old toxins in the body and stepping forward on the new year, feeling refreshed and looking forward to a better year. This cup symbolizes the unity cup, At the dinner table, the family or whoever's there would participate by taking a drink out of the cup and saying, talking about what they've done in the past year. Like for the first day, we call that the day for unity. Mm-hmm. The second day is for self-determination, and I don't know how much time I have to do all seven. Third day is collective work and responsibility, cooperative economics, purpose, creativity, and then the last day is faith. So each of those days, the family members will talk about what they've done in that past year to further or promote that particular principle and what they're going to do the coming year to make that happen or make it better. And we call it a declaration because you're telling it to other people rather than a resolution that you keep to yourself. So you're accountable not only to yourself, but to the people who have been present when you made your declaration.
Sure. What is your personal take on Kwaanza?
Pretty much what I said. I mean, to me, at the time in the 60s, it was much needed. It was, like I said, a celebration of a people who are pretty much looking at themselves and celebrating the good, focusing on the good and bringing families together. One of the stipulations of celebrating Kwaanza is that you sit down as a family or as a unit and you eat a meal together. And in today's world, that's an accomplishment right there. So my take is that it was needed then and it's needed now.
Oh, I agree with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to, bring the family together, bring the community together, and to have something to celebrate together. What sort of festivities take place around Kwaanza? Are there any community festivities that take place?
Yes, there are. This year, there's 6 nights that are covered. Each night, every night except for the 31st, which we call New Year's Eve, at different locations. This year, there's 3 different churches who are hosting celebrations for the community. And that in itself says something about the non-religious aspect of the celebration, because all 3 of these churches are different denominations. Okay, so yes, there is something going on. They should be in the news journal. There are calendars that are out in the community. So yes, it is happening for the community on these particular nights.
Sure. Well, that should just about do it for today. Was there anything you'd like to add before we wrap up?
Well, I'd like to say, first of all, that Kwaanza is a celebration that stands by itself on its own. It's not a black Christmas. You can celebrate Christmas and Kwaanza. You can have more than one celebration at a particular time of the year. And that is not, even though it's created by the African American and it's created for African Americans, it's an African American celebration, it's not limited to just African Americans. Anybody can attend the celebrations. Just feel free to come on by.
Sure, support your friends, support your community.
Sure, sure.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you.
I really appreciate you coming in, and happy Kwaanza and happy holidays to you.
Well, thank you. Same to you.
Thank you. Well, that wraps up this holiday edition of Spotlight on Newcastle County. I hope you enjoyed today's show. Please keep it tuned to NCC TV for news and information on Newcastle County, Delaware. On behalf of County Executive Tom Gordon and NCC TV, happy holidays to you and your family. This is Melody Kitchen. Take care.
See ya.